Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It is Huddersfield Town versus Manchester United. Absolutely massive game. This is huge. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's obvious why, because we need to win the game. I'm really excited about it. A little bit nervous about it, but the pressure's on. We've got to win this game. Lots and lots of news. Because we've done the preview a little bit later than normal, we've got all the Jose Mourinho press conference. Some really interesting topics from there. The latest from the Lowry in relation to what players are there and how that could mean. It looks like Mkhitaryan may have been dropped, which is huge news. We've got fantastic news for you lot, which we'll give you in a few minutes' time as well. Zlatan's back in 2017, according to Mourinho, and we've got a little bit of an update in relation to Huddersfield, who, let me just start off by saying, Huddersfield haven't scored a goal in their last, well, they've scored one goal in 7 games. One goal in 7 games. We should be keeping a clean sheet tomorrow. We're the clean sheet kings. When was the last time we conceded? I can't even remember. So, we've got to win tomorrow. We should be keeping a clean sheet. However, the kicker is that if you remember Huddersfield's opening game of the season, I think they beat Crystal Palace 3-0 away from home. Steve Mooney, the Benin 23-year-old international, he's been out injured for about a month for Huddersfield. Surprise, surprise, he's back to play United, and it will be rocking at Huddersfield tomorrow. So we need to be a little bit careful, but they haven't scored for a long time, and we should have enough to beat them. Now, let me mention Mkhitaryan. Is Mkhitaryan dropped for this game? Now, Lowry Hotel is where Manchester United players meet up the night before the game. Now, Daley Blind, Mkhitaryan, Anthony Martial, they always live close to the Lowry, so they sometimes don't join up till later, whereas everybody else doesn't live close, so they come in earlier. However, Daley Blind, Anthony Martial are at the Lowry. Mkhitaryan isn't. Now, so that is the rumour that Mkhitaryan's not playing tomorrow. Now, for some people, that might actually make you feel quite happy because Mkhitaryan hasn't been playing that well lately. Personally, I think it's a load of nonsense. I've got to say that this must be a load of nonsense because dropping Mkhitaryan's one thing, but not part of the matchday squad with the injuries we've got has to be 100% garbage. It really does. He surely cannot be part of it. So yeah, I can't see Mkhitaryan not being part of the squad, to be honest with you. And I hope he doesn't start. I really hope he doesn't start. But one player who is part of it, Marcus Rashford, is part of it. He will be playing tomorrow for Manchester United, which means that Anthony Martial may not be part of the squad tomorrow. Part of the starting lineup, I should say. Good news that Rashford's back playing, but I want to see Martial start in a game like this. I've heard a lot of people saying about Anthony Martial, yeah, well, he shouldn't start anyway because he's not a great starter. He's better off the bench. He was world class when he started against Moscow, and he was world class when he started against Burton. Granted, Burton are a championship side, but Martial has started games and done well, and I think Martial needs to start the game tomorrow. Which moves me on to one of my favourite bits of the preview show. When it loads up, let me get up for you. So this is how I think Manchester United should line up tomorrow. Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Young, because Bay is out injured. De Gea obviously in goal. Herrera and Matic, because we've got nobody else. I will be talking about the Scott McTominay contract in a minute. Mata at number 10, Lingard on the right, Martial on the left, and Marcus Rashford up. It's not Marcus Rashford. Romelu Lukaku up front. I didn't put myself on there for you there. So this is how I would line up. I mean, effectively, you could swap Mata and put Lingard there, but ultimately, it does come down to me, Mkhitaryan not playing. Because when Mkhitaryan plays, Manchester United are like that. We've got nothing going on. We've got nothing. We can't link people like Lukaku with that sort of passes because these two players cut it out. And that's what Manchester United's problem was away to Liverpool. We can't get the ball with no number 10. That's a key area, and Mkhitaryan is just not performing in that position very well at all. So what I want to see is Mata in there, hopefully. And I've lost Jesse Lingard. Where is he? Where's Jesse Lingard gone? Here he is. He's back on the pitch. So Jesse Lingard can play on the right for me. Mata at number 10. Martial on the left. Lukaku up front. Rashford on the bench. I do think Rashford will start. I've not put Huddersfield Town players on there because effectively it's probably one of the most disrespectful previews I've ever done. But apart from Tom Ince, who'll probably play on the right or the left, and Mooney, who could play up front, they're a championship side. Huddersfield are going to be in a relegation battle. They had a very good start to the season, but when you look at their last few fixtures, they were comprehensively beaten by Swansea. They've not been good for the last few games. They've come into the Premier League with, as you would expect, with real optimism, real excitement, and they got some big results. And they caught Crystal Palace cold on the opening day of the season. Reality's starting to bite with them, and they will get beaten. And these players very important tomorrow. But this player here, and hopefully it is Mata, he's the player that will, and it will be a he, guaranteed our number 10 will be a he tomorrow. They are the players that are going to get us the points in this game. And also, as I would say, people like Valencia, Young. I want to see Young back at left back. I mean, he played against Liverpool last week as like a right midfielder. It didn't work. I like Ashley Young in a full back position, bombing forward, getting crosses into the box. And let's not forget, apart from Rashford's goal the other night, our last 5 goals have all come from this side of the pitch, and that is the side of the pitch we need to use. So what do you think? Would you play Rashford? Would you play Martial? For me, Martial. For me, Mata as a number 10. Lukaku obviously up front, and I'd like to see a bit of pace in there. I think Mkhitaryan, as much as Mourinho clearly likes Mkhitaryan, he needs to take him out of the firing line, and I would have him on the bench. I don't think he's been dropped from the squad entirely, which is the rumour. I would have him on the bench. Very happy with the back 4. Don't know what I just did with the screen there. I need my thing. Very happy with the back 4. No Bailly. Wouldn't use Lindelof in this game. Very impressed with Smalling this season. I thought he was good in pre-season, and when he's been used this season, he's been good. Obviously, Phil Jones back fit, so you'd play him as well. I can't see us conceding in this game, but you know, football's funny, isn't it? We've had clean sheets galore. They can't score, so you guarantee Huddersfield will get a couple of goals tomorrow, because that's football, isn't it? So let me come back to you lot, and let's see how we're going. Why not put Mkhitaryan on the right, Mata in the number 10, says Kieran Byrne. I don't think Mkhitaryan's done himself any favours on the right or the left. I don't know what you lot think. I personally think Mkhitaryan needs dropping. He looks like he's lacking confidence. He looks physically weak, and his game is off. And maybe, you know, Mourinho's tried to play him into form, which is a management tactic, which I've got no problem with. But I think it's now about taking him out of the firing line and not picking him. So I personally wouldn't do it. Marcus Rashford fit for tomorrow. That's from Mourinho's press conference. Zlatan will play in 2017. That is from Jose Mourinho's press conference. Another interesting thing from Jose Mourinho's press conference, he was asked about signing players in January. I mean, fair play, he answered it. And not a bad question from the person who asked the question, because as Manchester United players, we obviously did the video earlier about Mesut Ozil. I think there's a massive chance Ozil will come to United. Watch the video from early on. We've discussed about whether we want him or not. A lot of you do seem to want him. But he was asked about transfers in January, and his answer was, playing a straight bat, said, I'm not really thinking about it too much at the moment. We've got all of December, all of November, and half of October. If I said, he didn't say this, but what he's basically saying is, look, I could say to you now, I'm going to go and sign Messi for £400 million. But there's 20, 30 points to be played for before we hit Christmas and before we hit the January transfer window. So it doesn't matter who we sign, really. He's got what he's got. What he did say is, everybody knows I wanted 4 players. And a lot of people know who that 4th player was, which I think is brilliant. I love Jose Mourinho. You all know I do. But what I do like about Mourinho, even Sir Alex Ferguson didn't do this. Van Gaal and Moyes certainly didn't. He doesn't want pressure on himself. He doesn't want to put the blame on himself. And why should he? I mean, sometimes you've got to. Ferguson was brilliant at it, but Mourinho doesn't. And I think as a manager of your club, it's quite refreshing because you get the truth. We know in the summer that he said he wanted 4 players. I personally think he probably wanted 5 or 6. But he put that 4 number out, and it's a very clever number to put out because it wasn't achieved, but it doesn't come across as greedy. If he'd said I wanted 6 players and only got 3, it massively undermines the club. It makes him look greedy, even though I do think we needed probably 6 players. But if he says 4, very clever tactic, because we all know he only got 3. He's only 1 off. If he says 4, it's like saying, I'm only 1 off what I really wanted, but I am 1 off. And we all register that. And he said it again today. Everybody knows I wanted 4, and a lot of people can pretty much guess who the 4th player was. Very clever for Mourinho. We all know, and I've said it lots of time, and I won't let it go, we all know that when it comes to Jose Mourinho, he hasn't got the squad he wanted to go into this season. Perisic is the player. Do we all agree? We all agree Perisic is the player that he's referring to. I can't think of anybody else that it would be, but will we sign in January? Zlatan will be back by then, Pogba will be back by then, Fellaini will be back by then, Rojo will be back by then, Carrick will be back by then. So that's 5 players that if you add them to the squad we've got at the moment, we're a lot stronger. But maybe a couple of other players will be gone by then. But I do think that we will make a move in January. Well, it depends where we are. If we're in the title race, why wouldn't you do it? If we're not, I mean, as I said today, people are saying Ozil will come in the summer, or Sanchez will go to Man City in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez goes to Man City in January and Ozil comes to Manchester United in January, because Ozil can play on the left, he's left-footed, and Arsenal are getting nothing for him in the summer. And if you're Mesut Ozil, as soon as it hits January, are you going to absolutely try at your best when you're 4 months away from the World Cup, but you're 4 months away from, if you did your knee, you're out of contract and up a certain lake without a paddle. And from Arsenal's point of view, they could sell him for 10-20 million, get a little bit of money in January, and it's their last chance. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ozil came to Manchester United in January. I'd keep your eye on that. But January's a long way off, and Mourinho's right. It's a long way off, and we can't think of that at the moment. We've got what we've got. And again, very positive. He said, look, I don't really want to moan about injuries. We've got a lot of injuries, but I don't want to moan about injuries because we've got opportunities for our team, and it's for the players I've got now to be confident in and go for it. My score prediction. So, my score prediction for this game. I tell you what, I just want to say as well, we've got a great thing. I'm really excited to show you on the United stand. So don't go anywhere. I am going to show it you in a moment. But my score prediction for this game is let me just get the Quiff app. Quiff is in the link in the video description. It's a new betting app that is revolutionising the betting industry. Remember, you've got to be over 18 years of age to bet, and do gamble responsibly. The way Quiff works is that whatever bet you put on, it will quiff it. You will get quiffed, and quiffed means that if you put a bet on at 3-1, once the bet goes on through the Quiff app, it will enhance the bet. It could go up to 4-1, it could go up to 9-1, but there will be quiffed. You will get quiffed on every bet you put on. And as it says there, accumulators can be quiffed too. Combine up to 12 bets into a single wager and your odds could get supercharged. So if you've got one of these accumulators, which people do, you know, maybe a couple of Premier League wins, a Scottish Premier League game, a La Liga, Championship, you might have 10 teams in it. If you put it on through Quiff, because then whatever those odds are you're getting through another supplier, they will get enhanced as well. So the reason I'm obviously mentioning the Quiff app is because I'm going to tell you what my score prediction is for the Huddersfield game, and what my two tips for the weekend, because I have done well this season so far. So I'm going to go Manchester United 3-0 against Huddersfield, and for me, the value bet is to go for Manchester United to win by 2 goals or more. Manchester United just to beat Huddersfield away from home. They'll be quite good odds because we drew against Liverpool, and apparently we're not in good form at the moment, and we are away from home. But you can boost those odds by using the Quiff app anyway. But if you want to boost them even more, go for Manchester United to win by 2 goals or more. As for a goal scorer, Lukaku will score tomorrow. So whatever odds, get Lukaku, Quiff it and get it enhanced. Lukaku will score tomorrow, and I'm going Manchester United to win 3-0. But the bet I would put on is Manchester United to win by 2 goals or more, Lukaku to score at any time. Quiff app, link in the video description. Get on it, get quiffed, and enjoy it. I know a lot of people do it the weekend, but remember, as I said, do gamble responsibly. Make sure you're over 18 years of age. The link is in the video description for the Quiff app. Now, let me think what I wanted to talk about next. Yeah. Okay. So, link in the video description for Quiff. What was I going to talk about next with you? Can I just tell you as well that if you're interested in FIFA 18, a lot of people are enjoying my FIFA 18 career mode at the moment. I started off as Everton. I started off badly as Everton, but around November time we got into some good form. And in January I've been offered the Manchester United job. So I'm about 5 programmes in, but this programme is pretty much my first one as Manchester United manager. Still in the first season, it's just January. Meteoric rise for Goldbridge on World Class. But I'll be doing that live at 9 o'clock on That's Football if you want to join me on that. I'll be having a whiskey as well because we've all got something to celebrate, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Scott McTominay's got something to celebrate. Young lad, given a new contract at Manchester United until 2021 with an option of another year. Really pleased for the lad. Jose Mourinho likes tall players. Is he 6'3" or 6'4"? Look, the United stand is always been about honest fan opinion. You give yours, I give mine. So I'm not going to dress this up any other way than to say I really hope that Scott McTominay turns out to be a Manchester United quality midfielder of the future, and from the youth setup as well, it's what we all want to see. But I would be lying if I said I thought that this player was going to get anywhere near consistently a Manchester United first team player. I've not seen anything in Scott McTominay that excites me or makes me think he has a future at Manchester United. But Jose Mourinho obviously has, and I love Jose Mourinho's. And Jose Mourinho's proved me wrong a few times, so he might well do it again. The funny thing is, when I tweeted this afternoon, somebody said to me, oh, everyone said the same about Pogba. And I said, no. Everybody knew Paul Pogba was a world-class talent in the youth setup, similarly to what people are saying about Angel Gomez now. McTominay, I put my hands up. I don't watch a load of the youth system. I know a lot of the youth players, but I don't watch it religiously like some people do. If you speak to those people, most of them will say Scott McTominay coming through to the first team squad is a real shock. He's not one of the best players from the youth setup at all. And a lot of people's theory on it is just because he's big. You know, Mourinho loves Fellaini. Mourinho loves Matic. They're big players, and so is Scott McTominay. But I must just say, look, I don't want to be too down on him. I just don't think he's that good enough, and I think he'll end up in the Championship. But, of course, if he does turn into this player, and Mourinho has seen something, brilliant. Because he's cost us nothing, and he's come through the youth setup. And actually, you know what? He's young enough that, I think he's 19, 20. Of course, he's got loads and loads and loads of growth. He's training with some fantastic players. He could easily do it. All I'm saying is, at the moment, I'm not so sure. But he could do it. He could do it. Andrew Ellis says McTominay's crap, in my humble opinion. It's probably a nice way, a blunt way of saying it. But look, let's hope he does it. Let's hope he does it. JME wants to know lineup prediction. It's on the screen. Well, it will be on the screen for you. Let me just get there. There it is on the screen for you there. So, De Gea, Jones, Smalling, Young, Valencia, Herrera, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Lukaku, Martial. Can I just say, actually, in relation to that lineup, I don't think that's what Mourinho will go with. I do think Mkhitaryan will be where Mata is. I think Mata will be where Lingard is, and I think Rashford will start. So that's how I would have done it, but I don't necessarily think that's how Jose Mourinho is going to do it. But we will see. My score prediction is 3-0. Right, I'm going to start taking some of your comments, because that's what the United Stand is all about. Remember to drop a like on the video for us. I want you all to drop a like on the video, actually, because I'm just going to bring this in now. This is something that we're really, really proud of in the United Stand, and many of you will know it happened over the summer. The United Stand started coming up for 3 years ago in January, and all it ever was just a Sunday night show at 8 o'clock on a Google Hangout with 4 United fans talking about Manchester United's result from the weekend and what they want to get off their chest. And we just went live, and you know, we had 20 people watching, then we had 50 people, then 100. I remember when we got over 100, and Alex, who was on the show at the time, was absolutely ecstatic about it. It was like a massive achievement. And now, you know, I think we're touching nearly 1,000 now consistently, which is just amazing. And the reality is, we would still be doing one show a week, talking about Manchester United as 4 fans with whoever watched, and we'd still be enjoying it. But you getting involved, and the live comments, and making it what it is. Andrew Ellis is right about Willock is a much better midfielder than McTominay. You're right. Making it what it is, getting involved in the live comments. Obviously, we've brought in Skype shows, but the reality is the United Stand lives and breathes off you. I mean, I know a lot of other channels do live content now, which is great because it means you lot can interact. But for about 2 years, we were the only fan channel doing live content because everybody was just doing pre-records. Really good production value, but pre-recorded stuff all the time. And then as we got bigger and bigger, lots of other people started doing live content, which for us was fantastic because our motto with the United Stand has always been a voice for the fans. Not a collective voice. We don't all agree with each other. That's the point. I think some people think when they're abusive or something like that between each other, they think that they're proving a point. Well, all you're actually doing is proving a point of what the United Stand is. It's not about agreeing. It's about the chat down the pub. It's about the chat at the family Sunday dinner table. Nobody agrees on football because we're all passionate about our opinion, and that's what the United Stand's about, and you've obviously all embraced that. So as it's grown and grown and grown, we've brought the Skype shows in for you. We've had people come through from the live comments who are now part of the channel, and we want to keep growing and growing and growing and doing that. But there is always a point for reflection, and we've been waiting for this for a while, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and everybody who's involved in the United Stand, you, whether you're new, whether you've been with us for 3 years or anything like that, you're all absolutely fantastic. You make the channel what it is. It's a cliche to say that sometimes, but I consistently say this is your channel, because if you're not here, it doesn't work. I don't like pre-recorded content. I've always liked the live content because of the interaction, and you can go back 3 years and I've been saying the same thing. So the channel stands and falls on you. You're the ones who spread the word. You're the people who get involved. Now, in the summer, we hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. When you do that, you get an award off YouTube. It takes a little bit time for it to come through, but I can tell you it came through today, and there it is. The United Stand silver play button, 100,000 subscribers. Now that, you know, we've won awards in the past, and I've got to say to you, in relation to award shows, they're corrupt, they're run by people who want money off sponsors, and we've experienced that. That is the most important thing we've ever achieved on the United Stand, because that silver play button for 100,000 subscribers, it's not corrupt, it's not bought, it's from you. It's 100% from you. This is your award. Obviously we play a part in it, but the reality is, if 100,000 of you hadn't got involved with the United Stand, then we wouldn't have that award. And that award, to me, is the most important thing this channel's ever done, and probably always will be, because it's the first big one that is reflective of this fantastic Manchester United community we have. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, and if you don't think you're part of it and you don't think you contribute to that award, you're mugging yourself off and you're very naive, because that is for you, and that is because of you, and wherever we go as a channel is because of you, because you are what make this channel. From day one, this channel has always been live content, and it's always been interacting with the live content, the live comments. If you're not there, we can't do that. Don't ever underestimate it, and that's why I want to do more Skype shows. That's why we've started doing the fan cams with Flex, because to me, football is the fans' game. And the great thing is, the big media companies are now seeing what we're doing and other people are doing, and they're realising it. After years and years, and they're still doing it, they're still mugging us off. 80 quid for a shirt, released every bloody summer, let's release 3 of them. Ticket prices going up, subscriptions to watch football going up. But what they're realising now is, through all this that you do, is that actually fans have a voice, fans have an opinion, and if you mess about with them, you're going to lose them. So, brilliant. Everything you do is making the community football far better. So thank you, everybody. Do drop a like on the video. Not for me, not for the United Stand, for yourselves, because you bloody well deserve it. You've been absolutely fantastic. And I will hold it up again for those who've missed it. That's yours. Silver play button, the United Stand, through YouTube. You only get that if you get 100,000 subscribers, and you only get 100,000 subscribers if you lot subscribe to the United Stand, get involved. And so a big thank you to you. Don't forget, drop a like on the video, because you're all fantastic. Typical Savage says, can you accept my request for Fan League? Look, basically, if you signed up for Fan League to do that, I'll do it again on a video tomorrow morning, but it was on the Ozil video today. I'm working through them, because if you sign up through the link, I get a notification. But if you want to speed up the process, send me a message through there, and I'll go through to the individual ones. But yes, definitely. Liam says 142,000 subscribers, but less than 1% watching live. Why is that? Liam, I could go into YouTube for you, but the reality is, if you're getting 1,000 people watching live of 142,000 subscribers is actually very good. I know channels with 400,000 subscribers who struggle to get 500 watching. So, you know, that's YouTube, but that's the way it works. Let's talk about football for a minute. So yeah, we will be doing FIFA tonight, Eric. It will be on That's Football. It'll be at 9 o'clock. Got a couple of things to do before that, but 9 o'clock tonight. I'm doing FIFA career mode on That's Football, and I'm managing Manchester United now. Started off as Everton, didn't want to be one of those players who just goes, I'm starting off as United, wanted a challenge, took the Everton job, turned it around, got the United job, game on. I'm also managing England in the World Cup, so lots going on. 3-0 to Manchester United is the score prediction. Kluivert from Ajax to solve our wing issues, says Shaka Phillips. I think Kluivert will come in the summer because Mourinho had that chat with him after the Ajax final, but not a lot of people know this. His agent is Mini Raiola, so he will be coming to United at some point. I totally agree. Good player as well. Although the retainer is he's playing in the Dutch league. A certain other winger played in the Dutch league, had a number 7 at United. Now thinks he's going to play for Real Madrid just because he's doing average in a French pub league, Memphis. Yeah, I've read that. Okay. All right. So thanks everybody. Tomorrow on the United stand looks like this. 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow on a Saturday afternoon. I don't really care what time it kicks off. We're watching the game. We need to win it. Let's have a good Saturday night as well. So we'll be live at 2 o'clock with the team news. Live all the way through till full time with the watch along. I'm going to do a video in the morning, probably about 10 o'clock. I quite like doing a Saturday morning video, and I probably will do that at about 10 o'clock. Watch along tomorrow, Sunday night live, potentially fan cams tomorrow. I think we've got fan cams tomorrow with Flex. So lots going on. And I've just remembered a couple of things going on the weekend, but we've got yesterday on the One Matter video, there was, if you've not seen the Matter video, there was a signed One Matter shirt to give away. This weekend, we've got a signed Eric Bay video. A signed Eric Bay video. Yeah, it's his best tackles. A signed Eric Bay shirt to give away this weekend. That will be tomorrow. We'll tell you how you can do that. But we're in control of that. So that's definitely up to there to be won. And I think we've got another One Matter one to give away because I think we've got 2. So that'll be over the weekend. Jared Pesserman's made a contribution. He says, everyone watch FIFA. Enjoyable watching Mark yell. Look. It's entertainment. If you've got nothing else to do at 9 o'clock tonight, get on That's Football. I'll be live around 9 o'clock. FIFA career mode. Me on Manchester United. I don't profess to be brilliant, but it gets real, it gets passionate, and it's a good laugh. As I said, really, 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 really proud of the United stand, and that means I'm very, very proud of you for that. Drop a like on the video for all of you. You're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So it's a like for you. I've liked the video. If you've enjoyed the video anyway, thank you. Really excited about tomorrow. And yeah, I've covered everything. I quite enjoy doing the preview on a Friday night because you get Mourinho's comments, you get to know who's at the Lowry, you know who's injured. And yeah, I quite like doing the preview on a Friday night. So let me know. Like the video if you think we should do it on a Friday night, because I can always keep it back to Friday night and it's very close then, isn't it? Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you at 9 o'clock on That's Football if you want to join me for the live FIFA stream. If not, tomorrow's a big day on the United stand. We've got the watch along and we need to win. One thing I've not really reiterated is a draw tomorrow is not good enough. We've got to win. Whether we want to win the title, whether we want to come second, whether we want to come fourth, we've got to win. Huddersfield away tomorrow. They've not scored in 7 games. They're going to be in a relegation battle. We've got to go to Huddersfield and beat them. Even if you're a top 6 side, you've got to go to Huddersfield and beat them. We've got to beat them tomorrow. If we don't win tomorrow, that's when questions should be asked about what's happening to United at the moment. Liverpool away draw. At the end of the day, on paper, it's not terrible, even though we know the truth. Tomorrow draw, not acceptable. So a big game tomorrow. I think we'll win. I think we'll win comfortably. 3-0. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all soon. Don't forget, if you're putting a bet on, Quiff app, bottom link of the description. Manchester United to win by 2 goals. Lukaku to score at any time. And your bet will get boosted through that app anyway. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon. Have a good Friday night if you're not joining me at 9. And well done to everybody in relation to the plaque. You're brilliant. And it is yours. It is your award, 100%. Even though it's going to go on my wall. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. It'll go in the office if I had one. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Probably put it in the toilet. Then I can have a happy face every time I have a poo.